morning, everyone. Welcome to Delta Entertainment. I am your host, Lika Kenobi. And before we get started, I want you guys to please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. Would appreciate that very, very much. All right, let's get into this. So, the moment that Stephen Colbert is found, I found out that Stephen Colbert is getting canceled, and the far left is going panic mode, trying to investigate the matter, why they fired him instead of just seeing the facts that financially they're losing. CBS is losing money and all. They decided to pull the plug, you know. And plus, it sucks, you know. Now you have another one that is kind of a little concerned, but not too concerned at the moment. So, Jon Stewart uncertain about the Daily Show future amid Paramount Skydance merger and Colbert cancellation. Now, Jon Stewart, in his end, he works with Paramount in his show, The Daily Show. Now, Jon Stewart, he's done some acting jobs, not much and everything. The last movie that I really saw him in was The Big Daddy with Adam Sandler, bro. And I kind of recognized him during that because I had to do a filmography check on him and everything. And he's done a couple of small films, like he did the Faculty with Ryan Reynolds, If, that animated monster cartoon show, I guess. But like I said, dude, I mean, he found out what happened with Stephen Colbert, and he's a little bit concerned, like I said. So, but let's get a read at it and on everything. So here we go. In a candid episode of the podcast, The Weekly Show with Jon Stewart, the veteran comedian and host of The Daily Show, expressed uncertainty about the long-running satire program's fate following the recent cancellation of Stephen Colbert's The Late Show and the impending merger between Paramount Global and Skydance Media. Stewart has been a staple of Comedy Central since 1999 and returned as a part-time host in 2024. Shrugged off concerns but admitted he has had no communication from Skydance executives. Like I said, he hasn't heard nothing yet going on with his studio. Because if you know that Skydance Paramount has merged with CBS during the lawsuit with Donald Trump and everything, and since Stewart is like a daily show host, and then you have Stephen Colbert at night, they're both comedians, and they're probably worried. He's probably worried that he may be next, but I don't think Trump has not said nothing bad about on Jon Stewart, but of course he did say a lot about Jimmy Fallon, Stephen Colbert, and Jimmy Kimmel. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So during the podcast, Stewart was asked directly about whether Skydance, led by David Ellison, might cancel The Daily Show as part of its $8 billion acquisition of Paramount Global, the parent company of the Comedy Central. Unfortunately, we haven't heard anything from them. They haven't called me and said, like, I don't get too comfortable in that office, Stewart. But let me tell you something. I've been kicked out of crap establishments than that. We'll land on our feet. So, to me, I think he's got confidence. I believe he's got confidence that nothing's going to happen to his thing. So, and I hope for the best for him, bro. Because, I mean, I haven't heard nothing seriously going on with him and everything of what he's said about the administration. But he has said it, but there are facts. There are facts of what he has talked about. I like to believe that without The Daily Show, I don't know. Comedy Central is kind of like Muzak at this point. But I think we're the only sort of life that exists on a current basis other than South Park, he said. But it's the only thing on here. Yeah. Stewart emphasized the show's value, pointing on its strong ratings and cultural impact. I like to think we bring enough value to the property. If they're looking at it as purely a real estate transaction, I think we bring a lot of value, but that may not be their consideration. They may sell the whole fucking place for parts. I just don't know. We'll deal with it when we do. Yeah, it's like I said, he's a little concerned, but he's ready to see what happens, man. He's just waiting in the sideline to see if it's going to happen or if it's not. So now he has praised his co-workers, Jen Flons, Jordan Klepper, Desley Liddick, Ronnie Chiang, and Michael Costa. And this is what he said. I'm so happy and proud of everybody that works over there. They want to do that. Knock themselves out, as Jay Leno would say about Doritos. Go ahead, crunch all you want. We'll make more. We'll figure that out when the time comes. You know, shows like Jay Leno, man, they were perfect at that time. They were good comedian shows, man. But hey, we're at 2025 right now, and all we've been hearing in funny and night shows is comedies, is politics, just politics, making fun of politics, political nonsense, bro. That's all we've been hearing, and I'm tired of that, bro. So people like Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon better keep their mouths shut about politics and just start concentrating on entertainment, man. If they don't, it's going to happen. The View needs to do the same thing. The View's got to do the same. So, Stewart's uncertainty stems from the lack of outreach from Skydance. Despite the merger's progression, he also references recent criticism of Paramount's $60 million settlement with President Donald Trump over the disputed 60 Minutes interview, calling it shameful. However, industry insiders stress that decisions like these are driven by financial, not politics. So, again, the reason why this show got canceled really is because of financial. Because when they looked at the cost of everything that is costing them money in their studio, they look at Stephen Colbert's Late Show. His show, they priced it at $100 million a year. They're losing more than $40 million for that. So that tells you that, hey, we can't afford it. They got to drop it. So let's read this little piece right here. Reports indicate that the Late Show cost over $1 million annually to produce, including Colbert's salary and a staff of about 200, while incurring losses of around $40 million per year. This comes amid a broader decline in late night ad revenue, which dropped from $439 million in 2018 to significantly lower figures last year across the broadcast networks. The timing mere days after Colbert lambasted the Trump settlement on air has fueled speculation of political motivations, with figures like Jimmy Kimmel and Senators Chuck Schumer. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. And Elizabeth Warren publicly questioning the optics, yet CBS maintains it's about the bottom line, not backlash from the administration. So here it is. The real question for Daily Show, profitability or politics. Now, of course, I can tell Jon Stewart, he talks about politics also, but maybe in a good way, but which I want to read more about. But if you got someone like Greg Gutfeld, who works at Fox News, he talks politics too, but in a good way, and he's doing better, much better than all those other Daily Show on the late shows. So, well, let's read this. Contrary to fears that Stewart's criticism of Trump of the settlement might seal the Daily Show's fate, the core issues mirrors Colbert's revenue versus cost. While the exact figures of the Daily Show are not publicly disclosed, estimates from Trevor Noah's era suggest an annual budget between $5 to $10 million, far lower than network late night counterparts like Late Show. So you see, there's Jon Stewart's show may cost between that, so they got nothing to worry about. They may have nothing to worry about. So, I mean, that show could probably go on for a bit. Older data points to ad rates for a 30-second spot averaging 40,000 to 50,000, with finale episodes commanding up to 250,000. If Skydance views the merger as a real estate transaction, as Stewart speculated, the show's lower production costs could make it cheaper. unlike the money-losing late show. Exactly, dude. And Jon Stewart, he's an old comedian, bro. He's old. He has done a lot more than Jimmy Kimmel himself. So, I mean, you can't go wrong with this guy. But like I said, dude, I mean, with these other late shows that are getting ready to get canceled and everything, which I hope it happens because it's just a lesson that they gotta learn, dude. It's a lesson that they have to learn. But it's like this also. Networks have to worry about financials. Like if this guy, Jimmy Kimmel, for example, if his shows are not as good and they're losing money, they got to pull the plug. They got to pull it. I mean, it's been going on for so long, and if they see that all their finances are losing money due to this show, they got to pull it. They got to pull the plug because, I mean, this is something that this is something unreal, man, and it's realistic. So, like I said, dude, Jon Stewart, he is having his concerns, but I believe he's going to be all right. I think his show will be fine because one, it's costed less money than the other shows will cost. So I think he'll pull through. I think Jon Stewart will pull through on this. So you guys let me know what you think, and I will be sure to make sure you guys look up this article. I will have the link below my description. So stay tuned for that. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. So please share this video, post a comment below, let me know your thoughts. And as always, thank you all so much for watching this video. Thank you for being part of the channel, and I hope to see you guys until next time. Bye, everyone.